was waiting for a woman like you, and I want to tell you something very important. I'm asking you if you want tomorrow.
If that's the look of love, then I'd hate to see Meisha unimpressed. This is supposed to be the love of her life, asking her to marry him. But just look at her face. She looks like she's just been told Santa Claus isn't real. She looks horrified. Could her reaction be because Nicola hasn't even bothered to buy an engagement ring?
And I don't have the ring, but we will have to go now to buy the ring. Are you saying yes or no?
That sounds more like an ultimatum than a proposal. And based on the look on her face, I'm pretty sure Meisha's in pure and utter shock. Now, before we dive into this bizarre proposal, let's start at the beginning. So, the last we saw of these two, Nicola was channeling his inner Patrick Swayze. But beyond his abysmal attempts at flirting, he was also getting very concerned that Meisha might not accept his hand in marriage. He could sense that maybe this whole experience so far had put her off. But when we join them in this episode, he seems ready to take his shot anyway. He's decided he's gonna propose. The only problem is, he's missing a crucial element. The ring.
Well, the reason I don't have a ring, because I don't want to buy something to Meisha she don't like. And if she will say no to me and I will buy the ring, what I do with the ring?
I mean, is that really the reason? Or was he just really unsure that they'd get to this point? He seemed convinced his family wouldn't like her. He was shocked when she said that she expected to get engaged on this trip. And now he's convinced that she might not even say yes. So while he seems to have a reason for it, I don't quite believe him. After all, those reasons that he's just listed are the same that every man faces when they ask a lady to marry them. But that doesn't stop people from proposing with a ring. The thing is, it's taken him 46 years to get to this stage. So, ring or no ring, he's not just gonna let her slip out of his fingers. So, as he bends down on one knee, in the middle of a busy shopping area, the pressure is well and truly on.
And I was waiting for a woman like you, and I want to tell you something very important. I'm asking you if you want tomorrow.
Meisha is horrified, or should I say, she's in shock. She's taking a while to answer, and as she stands there, processing it, taking it all in, Nicola begins to get quite worried. His smile vanishes, and he begins demanding over and over, yes or no, Meisha, yes or no.
Are you saying yes or no?
Okay, but like...
Say yes or no.
Now, to Nicola's credit, he's probably freaking out. It's a nerve-wracking experience, and Meisha is quite hesitant. She's not exactly filling him with confidence. But after he encourages her a little more, she finally gives him an answer. Although, let's be honest, I'm not exactly convinced by her response.
Yes, I will.
It's almost as if Meisha herself can't believe the response that's come out of her mouth. You can see the cogs turning in her mind as though she's wondering, did I just agree to marry this man? She's still absolutely flabbergasted, and it's clear that she wasn't expecting this. At least, not without a ring. But, as if reading her thoughts, Nicola tells her that they can go and pick a ring right now together. So, they head to the jewellery store, and it seems like Nicola's prepared to go all out to impress Meisha.
So we always ask the customer, what's your budget?
If she likes something, let her to take.
Okay.
We will figure out the budget.
But within minutes, Nicola's regretting what he's said. He goes back on his word. When Meisha admires a ring, modest but a very nice ring nonetheless, Nicola begins literally scoffing at the price. It's kind of embarrassing, and I get that it might be a negotiation haggling technique, but you can literally see Meisha cringing in the background. It's not exactly screaming romance.
Cute, simple.
I think I should talk at Meisha.
This should be like 7,100 shekels.
Oof. That's far away from my budget, I'll be honest with you.
Hang on, where's the Wolf of Wall Street gone? A minute ago he was acting the big man saying there was no budget. He's gone from Prince Charming with a wad of cash to trying to drive a hard bargain, to skimping on the ring she selected. And it wasn't even an extravagant ring. He's really killing the mood.
If you can make me discount because it's my first time, I will pay you in cash.
It just feels so not hot.
Look, I understand that haggling might be a cultural thing. It might even be expected. Heck, there's even a good chance that the jewellers bumped up the price, knowing that Nicola's in a bit of a tough spot here. But even with that in mind, this is super cringeworthy. If he was going to try and drive a hard bargain, well, he should have done that privately, without Meisha there. It kind of cheapens the value of the ring when you know that your fiancé isn't willing to pay the retail price. Like, does he not feel she's worth it? What's the message he's sending out here? You can see that Meisha is very uncomfortable with this. She's been wincing throughout this entire exchange. But thankfully, the negotiation is about to come to an end.
You can give it to me 4,500 shekel. I will close it now. I don't want to go from here without the ring.
So with the ring finally secured at a price of 4,500 shekels, or about 1,200 US dollars, Nicola is ready to just hand it to Meisha. But oh no, she is not happy with that. You've got some work to do, buddy. The very next words that come out of her mouth are very telling. She wants him to try again, this time fully prepared.
Maybe she can wear it? You can wear it.
No,
already.
not
No,
until
no.
you're on your knee again.
Okay. Again here?
He should have to, yes.
Please come have a seat over here.
Oh my God.
Given how he's treated Meisha since she's arrived in Israel, demeaning her to his family, denying her affection, and just generally acting like a man-child, I think she's entirely within her rights to make him propose twice. Make him work for it, Meisha. It's fair. You should have chosen a more expensive ring. But seriously, she deserves the fuss. And if she wants a proper proposal, a proposal with a ring, then she's entitled to that.
Meisha, my sweetie pie, are you willing to marry me and to spend all your life with me?
Yes.
I can't shake the feeling that that might be a decision that she regrets one day. But when exactly will that day be? In fact, when will these two see each other again? You see, when we join them the next day, Meisha is off. She's going back to the States. And there's a big question that looms large. When will these two see each other again? Surely they're not going to go back to years and years of a long-distance relationship, are they? Well, maybe. They just don't know. The whole annulment issue still looms large.
I've applied 5 months ago, but we don't know when or if that annulment is going to be granted.
That's a huge obstacle that they face. They're just stuck in limbo until they get an answer from the church. And if it's not the answer they were hoping for, well, then the wedding is off. Nicola refuses to marry her if she doesn't get an annulment. So there are still a lot of question marks here. But Meisha proposes a temporary solution. There's a way they can still be together in the short term while they await the church's decision.
It is possible for Nicola to get a tourist visa and come to the United States and stay upwards of 3 months there.
So on the drive home ahead of Meisha's flight back to the States, Nicola himself brings up the fact that going back to being long-distance lovers is gonna be hard. And that's where Meisha takes her opportunity to make her case. She suggests that maybe Nicola should get a tourist visa. He should come and visit her for a few months. Stay with her while they await the church's annulment decision. Plus, he'd get to meet her friends and family. He'd get to know her kids. But immediately, Nicola is very dismissive.
No, I don't think so, Meisha. 2 or 3 weeks, okay. But to stay for a few months living in here in the same home, no, that's not good.
Huh? What does that mean? I don't get it. Did you not just propose to her? Are you not intending to spend the rest of your life with her? Why is the thought of spending more than a few weeks together such a big problem? It's a weird response from Nicola. But over the course of this season, we've learnt that that's just him. He has his eccentricities. He seems very stuck in his ways, and it's almost like getting out of his routine, out of his comfort zone, isn't something that he's prepared to do. At least not without a lot of coaxing from Meisha. So what's his justification? What's his reason for this? Let me guess. Is it religious?
Opening door for the devil, and I hate the devil so much. Because he hate me and he hate you. And he wants us to sin. I mean, this living with a woman, that's not good, Misha, for a long time.
Oh, what an excuse. I mean, look, Nicola, we get it. You're horny. But you're a grown-ass man. You're 46 years old. You have the power of will. You should be able to contain your lust. I mean, you've managed it so far, right? You can just see from Meisha's response, again, not for the first time this episode, that Nicola's behaviour, his excuses, are beginning to wear thin on her. She's not buying it.
In my opinion, you just have to make a firm boundary in your relationship that even though we're under the same roof, you will not have premarital sex. We've been doing that this entire trip, and it's not an issue.
And privately to the camera crew, Meisha reveals that this attitude of Nicola's is very disappointing. She would have wanted her fiancé to have more fire in his belly, more of a longing, more of a desire to be with her, not just a, oh, I'll see you when I see you kind of attitude.
It just seems so cold and detached from the reality of what really keeps a relationship together. And that worries me a lot.
Thankfully, at the airport, as they bid each other goodbye, Nicola isn't quite so cold. Look, watching this hug, even though Meisha's response to his proposal might not have been the most convincing yes I've ever heard, her tears here are genuine. She really does love this man. She's feeling really emotional. She doesn't want to leave. And it's nice to finally see a tender moment between these two. A moment where Nicola can just show his love and care towards her without needing to be coaxed or coached.
Oh.
And as Nicola envelopes Meisha in a hug, as he reassures her that it will all be okay, the question again arises, when will they see each other again? Nicola makes Meisha a very vague promise. Don't worry, I will come to America, he says. But the way he says it in a laughy, joking kind of way makes it feel a little half-hearted, like he's not really taking this seriously.
Your caveman will come, don't worry.
How do you feel?
I really hope that Nicola can see and appreciate just how important this is for Meisha. She wants Nicola to show up for her so badly. Let's not forget, she has her own life in Minnesota. She wants to share that with him. She wants her kids to meet the man she's engaged to marry. I mean, that's very important to her. And she makes a point to gently remind him that he is the one that needs to show initiative here.
I will miss you so much, Misha.
Me too.
You're such an amazing woman.
Just don't keep us in limbo for too long, okay?
So, with Meisha boarding her flight and the two now separated, I can't help but feel that there are still many obstacles in this relationship. But as always, these two are putting their faith in God.
I know it's difficult at the moment, but the future is bright. I will pray for you. I love you so much, Misha. Bye, my love.
Thank you.